Hi Leos, it's Sonia of True Light Guide, bring your February 2019 angel reading and energy forecast. Liking the energy that's come through for you, there's some change that is trickling throughout and that's showing up and kind of being peppered throughout your life in small ways, but understand that the subtlety of this change now is big in March, because when I started asking very clearly for the divine plan for your February, I heard March and I went, ooh, like this is important for March, so get ready, okay? And March, I think, is the first retrograde energy we will have. Touching on that, we don't have any retrogrades this month. Like, yay! Forward momentum is here. So, do so with stability and efficiency. Okay, it's not about charging forward too quickly. It's about doing so responsibly for the best long-term success, okay? For those of you coming back this month, I want to welcome you back. It's so great to see you. Sorry I missed you in January, lost my voice, got really busy, and I just got a clear message, leave it alone this month. So we did. So I am back this February. For those of you who are joining for the first time, please, I welcome you and thank you very much for joining us. Please remember to subscribe to my channel and like, comment, and share so that I know that you like my content. So let's get to it. We're going to get to a reading for your overarching theme for the month. We're going to touch on your love life, career, and personal growth. Each reading gives you what's coming, how to make the best opportunity out of what's coming to you, and ultimately, should you do so, what the potential outcome will be. Remember, there's two ways to respond to life. You can either challenge the fact that it's raining and try to change the forecast, or you can just accept that this is what's coming and learn how to respond to it in the best way to make the greatest potential out of it. So, for your overarching theme, it's a month of solutions, okay? Finding solutions in a general, compromising, and gentle way, okay? There's the bridge in the background, and notice here with the bridge, a bridge needs solid ground on either side for it to be stable so it can reach across. If you're the only stable one reaching across, you're having to hold up that whole thing. Notice how unstable that is. It needs to be an equal compromise and an equal commitment for this change to initiate. But they do say self-control, okay, stability. If you're changing up all over the place, how sturdy is that bridge? It's like having an earthquake. Okay, not going to work. So this is really kind of tempering your emotional state and your mental state and staying consistent. Don't say yes and then be beating it up mentally, emotionally. Make sure that when you commit to something, you do so, and you do forgiving and healing energy, that you work your stuff out, because ultimately they say there's situations in your life that are not serving you, okay? They just are not serving you, and that is okay. There is a more uplifting approach to come, and ultimately there's reasons to celebrate with many of your friends. So this is ultimately, because I remember when I dealt this, it was backwards. So this is interesting. This is kind of like, you got to see this from both sides, kind of like from the end of the story, looking backwards to why did things transpire the way they did? There are some friends here or some people in my world who don't support me as much as I support them. Or maybe that they say they support me, but I can really tell it's not authentic. I've had friendships where it's like, I sit across from them, they're really excited, and, it's a lot of fun to talk about their stuff, but when they ask about me, I feel like it's obligation, not out of interest. So it's like, well, that's not really mutually or authentic, right? And it's like, it's okay, that's cool. And, when you get to that space, you're just like, you just have to know how to love your life and move on to what works for you, okay? So, Leos, let's get into your love life. What's going on there? So your relationships are really working out great based on hard work, okay? They say hard work has led to great success in many things in your life. It's kind of magical. Look for, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. But they say enjoy your present moment, okay? Love the beautiful things in your life. They do give you advice card of justice. And notice the overarching theme this month, okay? It's not just looking at going forward. It's also about a little bit of review looking back, just not in a judgmental way, but as an observer to go, all right, what am I doing that's bringing this about, right? Just because somebody says it, do I really feel like they mean it, right? Are they being authentic? Again, if you're talking with people and as long as it's kind of on their topics or their thing and they're very interested, whether this be loved ones, relatives, or friends, are they really that interested in what I'm saying to them, or does it feel like they're doing it out of obligation? I mean, yeah, they're being respectful, but are they really into it? So they do say it's about equality this month, okay? That's just really the overarching theme. And it's nice when you see the Justice card and it's just like, just be real if people are being authentic. You know what I mean? And make sure that you're being authentic as well. And then from there, they say there's something better waiting for you. It's a clear message. There are some, and I don't mean your love life, this can tap into different areas. There's something better waiting for you. For some people, it's just a matter of discernment in what you self-disclose. Meaning, like, when we tell people little tidbits of personal information, we're building, relationships. But know that, people need to earn your trust before you share those deeper layers. Know who celebrates your success with true authenticity and love for you. Share with them. And for those who don't, it's okay. Just keep it a little bit more on the surface, okay? That's it. So they come into your career with some romantic, dramatic energy. Are there workplace romances going on? For real. And might be causing some tension in some certain ways. I mean, some of you, not necessarily that you're in the, like, how do I put this in clear words? It may not be romance with you and somebody else. This is kind of like where there's flirting with other people. It's causing like uncomfortable tension in the workplace. Does it make sense? It's like, yeah, that stuff still happens. Whatever this is, they do say that there are, there's that layer, and then there's another layer that says there's conversations or topics that really are getting heated up. People are able to talk more. I feel like there's just a sense of in some ways connection, some way gossip. So some of this energy of like what's not serving you, pay attention to what you're sharing in the workplace and who's gossiping versus who's sharing with authentic concern for you. Okay, make sure they're just being very authentic there. They say it can make you feel very lonely because I feel there's a lot of gossip that's just going on, is the best way to put it, and it's making people feel uncomfortable. It's making you feel uncomfortable, and you're not really sure how to kind of get along here without being a gossiper. And if you don't want to get into that, so how do you work with this? And you say, listen, angels, bring me helpful people, bring me people I can connect to. And they're just like, I'm like here with my pen and paper. It's just like, it's okay, that's going on. Okay, that's awesome. And then it's like, if they got me, over here being distracted with something. So just know how to redraw your energy elsewhere. I know the messages are kind of all over the place, Leo, but I feel like that's part to do with just the energy of the month, okay? Should you do that and ask your angels for helpful people, you'll get your needs met in magical and unexpected ways. You go to the coffee shop, maybe you're not with anyone else, and suddenly somebody buys you a cup of coffee and you get into a good conversation. I feel like you just need good conversations around your workplace. They can come from many different places, whether it be vendors or, the person who's serving you coffee. You're going to get all those little things that you need met anyway. So just trust it. It doesn't have to come from one source. That seems to be a consistent message this month for many different signs. Don't get tunnel vision that it only can come from one source. Like, my money only comes from my paycheck. I've had money show up under a jewelry box, like $100. I'm like, there's no way I'd forget that I put $100 in my jewelry box and nobody else knows why it's there. Yes, magic, kind of cool things can happen like that. So getting into your personal growth, your love life is taken care of in your relationships, your career. Now, what about you? When you're all alone, what do you need to feel fulfilled? Believe in yourself. It is a month to remember and believe in yourself. Okay? Sometimes when things, especially in relationships, we kind of beat ourselves up a bit. They're like, no. Archangel Jophiel should remind you that you're a beautiful, loving, and loved human being. Believe in yourself in the end of a difficult situation, okay? Have trust in yourself and that good things are coming, okay? Trust me. It's so important for you. It will manifest by March. Make decisions in clarity. Meditate, okay? And they just say meditate, rest. Don't try to work through your problems. Just kind of like take a breath, give to God, and give yourself space, okay? Give yourself space this month. Should you do so, you will start finding more balance in your life, in your own inner state, and all of these things will come to pass. So they're just saying it's a good time for you. And, it may sound like it's something else, but when you really take a step back, it's kind of like there's a lot of this going on out there, but realistically, It's a lot of this chatter, but there's not really, realistically, a lot going on. It's actually very stable if you take away that dramatic layer. And this month is trying to clear that for you so that you can see that stability and just enjoy it. So if you like my videos, remember to subscribe to my channel and like, comment, and share. So till we see you again in March. Ciao for now.